Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today here in Europe. I'm Caroline Hepker with Valerie Teitel, and we're joined by Bloomberg's equities reporter Joe Easton. Joe, IAG came out with earnings, a major order, and also a boost from the UK-US trade deal.
Yeah, so this is several pieces of news, as you say, for IAG. So this big deal to buy more widebody jets, so more jets used for transatlantic travel, mainly for British Airways. So they are buying around $10 billion worth of planes. This split between Boeing 787s and also Airbus A330neo planes specifically, and that is coming alongside their earnings. The earnings looking pretty strong. Interestingly, they say that the premium cabins, so first class, business class, making up for weakness in the economy leisure business. They say that is actually a little bit soft, but this stock had a decent run recently. It actually doubled in value last year, kind of extending those gains a little bit today, and also potentially, as you say, a bit of a boost from the positive trade news as well.
All right, that's IAG, but lots of high spirits this week around both trade deal news and the new Pope, but it's not all good news for one Italian company. What's the story there, Joe?
No, we got that segue in there. That link worked very well, I think. So Italy, a lot of focus on Italy, of course. But we're going to talk about Campari, which is an Italian drinks maker, makes Aperol, which everyone knows from those orange drinks that you see everywhere over the summer, the Aperol Spritz. Campari, though, saying that the earnings have been hit by a weaker economy, a sales contraction spurred by consumer cautiousness, not drinking enough Aperol Spritz apparently, and the stock down around 5% today. This company has had a series of profit warnings because of issues in the drinks market, some of that actually related to tariffs and the impact on that, given a lot of exposure to China as well. But it's another weak one, and the stock down around 55% in the past year. Maybe a few glasses raised to the new Pope over the weekend.
I don't know how we managed to sandwich that link in there between a drink that I can't stand and the election of a new Pope. We went there. Okay, let's move on and talk about BP. Does this now stand for buyout pending?
Yes, potentially not British Petroleum anymore. It's got a new name, but BP. So BP, there is a story in the Financial Times saying that other companies like Chevron, ExxonMobil, TotalEnergies, and even Abu Dhabi's ADNOC have been running the numbers on whether they could do a takeover of BP. Now, this, of course, follows the Bloomberg exclusive at the weekend saying that Shell was doing some calculations, working out whether it would be a good company to buy, given the decline in the share price. But it looks like all of these companies are kind of just gauging it and would wait for the stock to come down any further. Now, BP's stock price, of course, underperformed because they had this shift towards renewable energy, and then they kind of backtracked on that, but the stock hasn't really recovered, so it seems to be ripe for a takeover. And the stock actually reacting to this news this morning, it was up around 2.5% at the high in early trading. So BP potentially in focus on the M&A front.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.